Goodbye, cruel world. Damn, these things are strong. Fuck. Let's just forget it. Hey, what's up, you guys? Me now, Jurassic Gandhi, and today I have to make a little rant about a topic that has been on my mind for the past week after I first saw a video, and I cannot remember what video that was, but it was about something, and the guys on it were talking about video games, and I believe it was something by IGN or something, and they said that the video games today, the ones you can buy in the store, Target, Walmart, or GameStop or whatever, the ones you buy in the cases, you know, you go to the store with some cash and then you buy the game, you bring it home, and you play it, that whole system might be broken down and destroyed within the next 10 to 15 years. Yeah, so we might not be able to go to the store and buy games anymore. And that's basically the entirety of this rant. But it's not only that. It's not just video games. It's for more things than that. DVDs, Blu-rays, and I guess that's about all, since that's the disc-based content that we have in this modern day and age. And hell, even books. Books even matter in this situation as well. Any type of novel or textbook or any type of book in general, that also counts. So the name of this topic is the death of the disc. However, in this rant, I'm just going to focus on video games and the video game industry instead of just focusing on video games and CDs and DVDs and all the other stuff. I'm just going to focus directly on the video game part of all this. Before I get too deep into this video, I just want you guys to check out the video in the description. And it's one of the videos that I watched that I actually do remember watching and do remember getting some inspiration from. It's actually a funny video. It's actually more of a series of videos, but this one is directly just connected to this one topic. If you want to check out that person's videos, it's a really funny type of series, but yeah, that one video is directly linked to this whole topic. So let's just take this scenario real quick. You walk to GameStop, right? And you go inside and you see all these games that you just want to buy. But you got your eye on just one. And that one might be something like this. I don't know. I just randomly picked this game up, right? So, you see a game. And it costs like 20 bucks. You're just like, hey, I can buy it. So you buy the game. You leave, you go home, you play it, you beat it. And now what? Well, obviously, you might not want to play it ever again. That game might have sucked. That game might have been the best game you ever played, but you will never, ever play it again because you just don't feel like it. So what do? Some people go back to GameStop or whatever and they just say, hey, I don't want this game anymore. I want to trade it into you for a penny. Because you know how GameStop does. So they trade it in, and well, GameStop sells it for like 500 times the price that they gave you. Right? Yeah. And that's how it works. That's the way the whole GameStop corporation works. However, later in the future, what is predicted to happen is now that whole thing where you're able to give the game back and say, hey, can I have a partial refund of my money, at least a little bit, that's going to be gone. Hell, even if you buy a game and you're just like, you know what, no, I hate this game, I'm going to return it for my full money back. That whole ideal is going to be stripped from us sooner or later. And it's easy, because now developers are saying, what is the point of putting our games in these cases and having them shipped out to stores all across the country and sometimes even the world, and that costs extra money to do so, because it does cost the companies extra money to put the games in the packages, to actually make each individual disc and to ship it out to game stores everywhere. So game companies are becoming more smart about this. They're saying, hey, we have Xbox Live, and PlayStation Network, and even the Wii Shop channel that we can sell our games on and save some money. And hey, that's kind of a good idea, I guess. I mean, just think about it. Everything's digital. You don't have to have all these game cases everywhere. You don't have to worry about your disc scratching. So yeah, there's a bright side to this. But there's also a very dark side to this that I really just hate. And I would hate for people to go through this, as I know that they might. With the whole age of the digital download, I mean, there's no more CD. There's not going to be any more CDs anymore. Alright, people back in the day might have said 8-track tapes are going to be the thing forever, dog. And, you know, now it's like, well, years ago, it was like the CD. Oh my god, the CD is going to be like forever. And the DVD is going to be forever. Now we have MP3s. Fuck CDs. We have MP3s. And fuck DVDs. We have Blu-Ray nowadays. And later on, everything's going to be digital. Everything is just going to be digital. You can just download shit online. So that sounds like a good thing. I mean, we can save ourselves from having all this clutter of discs and crap all over the place, right? That's one of the good parts. But the bad part is, what about that whole thing where you're able to get some money back from what you spent by selling it? Selling the game that you just bought, selling the movie you bought, selling the book you just bought. Isn't that part of the deal? By gaming companies putting these games directly onto the internet and onto the game system, onto the shop channels for us to buy them for a fixed price, hell, the prices are going to be cheaper because obviously they're not going to charge us for the whole packaging and the whole shipping thing that they had to do. They're not going to charge us extra, so the games are going to drop price by at least a good $20, because if you haven't noticed these days, a lot of good games are coming out for a really good price. I can go to GameStop, I see some new games, legitimately new games, like the first day to come out, and they're $40. The prices are dropping. But soon the prices are just going to stay the same, except the format's going to change. So for all you people out there without bank accounts or credit cards or debit cards, you might as well ask your parents for it, because that's what's going to happen in the near future. Or you're just going to find yourself going to game stores or other stores just buying these downloadable content cards where you can just buy it and you can have a $20 card and you can have $20 in your account, $50 in your account, and whatever. Soon we might even have $100 cards if it gets to be a big deal. So the whole thing of looking into the bargain bin trying to find the greatest game ever, just looking for it, and just that, oh my god, I found it, and how much is it? It's a cheap ass price, awesome. Nowadays it's just going to be, hey, let's just look for the game on this selected catalog on this game system. You know, let's just look through the store, quote unquote, the digital store, trying to find games. Hey, guess what? They all cost the same amount of money and they didn't drop a single dime. There's no more used games, basically. Everything's going to be new. All the downloadable games are going to be new. Game companies are not going to be able to just say, hey, let's just drop the price. I mean, they could do that. As you see, games do have drops in price online. Like 50% off, 70% off, and even free games that you can download sometimes are there. So I guess it's not all that bad now, is it? But with that in mind, just think about this, you guys. If the companies lower the price, it's good for you, but it's also bad for you. As a consumer, you have the right to buy an item and, well, sell it. If it's your possession, you have the right to sell it back to anyone who would want to buy it, because you have that item. Like, I have this game. I'm able to sell this game now. I'm able to sell it to anybody for any type of price, even if it's really unreasonable price. You know, I can just say, hey, it's a special edition. Buy it for $100. It's not worth that much, but still, that's the whole thing. I'm not going to be entitled to say it to anyone if I download this digitally. I'm going to be entitled to say, hey, I bought this. I can't do anything. I can delete it. It's a waste of money, but I can just delete it. That's it. That's all we can do now. We can't sell the games back to other people. Just like, for instance, today I sold some kids some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, I sold kids Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and that's not illegal. Just so you know, it's not illegal. I bought those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I was entitled to those Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Those were in my possession. I was able to sell them back to someone else for any type of price. So even though the whole digital age is coming and the disc is soon to be dead, that's a good thing, but think about it for yourself. No longer will you be able to look on Amazon and just say, look for good deals. Just to look for good deals. I mean, that's a bad thing in my opinion. That's a bad thing. And you can already tell that the whole digital age is going to take over this because games like Limbo or something like Missplosion Man, they're only available online and you can only buy them online. Well, they're not going to be able to be sold in stores. You're just going to buy it for that fixed price that the store, the online store, sets for you. And it's yours. It's yours. But it's no one else's. I mean, of course you can do the whole game share thing, but it's just not going to be the same. You know, you won't be able to get any of your money back. And that just kills me on the inside. And I hope it kills some of you on the inside too, but not in a bad way. I hope you just feel like you're being harmed by this, because I would love to make money off of these games that I buy. But if I can't, that makes me feel like I'm just being stopped by something, and that just makes me feel horrible. So just leave your comments and your questions and everything below, and don't forget to check out the video in the description. It's a very well thought through rant, I guess, and hey, it might give you some more ideas. So this is me now, Gandhi, saying stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.